Welcome to this dreary New Year's Day 2018 fishing trip. I was going to go out yesterday. I take my son, decided he didn't want to go. So we stayed inside, had some fun, and now we are going to go fish this pond here, which I've been to before. And the reason I want to come back is because I missed a fish in here that was north of 5 pounds easy. I'm talking it's probably 7 or 8. But for the most part, today's a challenge. Today is going to be a cold weather, crappy weather challenge. It is right now in the high 50s. We've got a breeze coming in and some slight rain. So I'm going to try to keep the moisture off this lens while I fish this pond here and see if we can't catch anything. If I catch one, I'll be happy. As long as it's, even if it's a dink, I'll be happy. Let me take that back. So, but I'm also here to try out my new setup. I picked up this H2O rod, H2O Express by Academy. The rod was $40. I got a lot of good reviews. I tested it out at the store. It's very, very sensitive, but it's also fairly stiff. It's medium heavy. And then also picked up a Abu Garcia Silvermax reel to kind of hopefully replace the old Quantum here. I think I might pick up a Black Max later on, or let me try that again, or an Abu Garcia Black, and try that a little later on. But goal for today: catch one fish, hopefully on the new setup. Not freeze to death out here. It's cold. My hands are starting to go numb already. I haven't even hit the water. I'm going to try this corner first and work my way around the pond, and then get out of here. All right, let's start this. Let's get over here and get set up. All right, first cast of the new year. Brand new rod. So the new rod I bought is 7 foot. It's the first one-piece rod I've had in a long time. First 7-foot rod I've ever had. So I'm getting used to it. It's very sensitive, which is great. It's also got a fairly strong backbone, which is nice. So I'm not worried about the rod flexing too much. I like the Delta series by H2O out of Academy, but the rods are they're extremely sensitive, but they also flex a lot. And I wanted something that I could fight some bigger fish with, because this stresses out when I'm fighting a fish that's around 5 pounds. So if I ever hook anything bigger, it'd be almost a complete nightmare to try to land it. Just missed a fish right there. I had the camera off. Camera grabbed the tail. I don't think it was very big. I'm using a black and blue Senko. The water here is fairly stained. Probably visibility up to about a foot and a half maybe. But I'm going to use a dark color, see if I can get these fish to bite on that, make it look like I have a Texas rig, so that when I pop it, it kind of slides and then falls with the back end wriggling. Looks like a injured fish. Not fishing it fast whatsoever. I'm fishing it much slower than I normally do. Let it sink the whole way to the bottom. I got a fish out there in the middle. There we go. It's not a bad one. No giant. I'll take it. Oh, it's fat. Look at this. There we go. Look at this. That little fatty. My gosh. A little toad, that's awesome. Look at that. He's been feeding well. Small head, big body. It's awesome. out there in the middle. I figured this fish might be kind of deep because of how cold it's been, but that's fantastic. All right, sweet. First fish of the day, and it's a pretty good one. There he goes. It's no giant, but I'll take it. If you wonder what I caught that fish on, because of the water stain again, black and blue Senko. I'm rigging it Texas style, simply so that it looks like a dying fish, and when there's no fray here, when I pop the bait, it kind of scoots along like a fluke, but then when it falls, because it's a Gary Yamamoto Senko, it's got that kind of little flailing action, which the fish love. So I doubt you'll be able to see it here, but let's see if we'll take a look. So when I have it, let me get it close. You aren't going to be able to see it, but it looks like a fluke because it'll skirt side to side, and then on top of that, when it falls, because there's so much salt, the back end wiggles like this, which those fish absolutely love that. Another one. Oh, it's a little guy. I felt him hit it like 2 or 3 times, and I was like, "Why is he? What's going on here?" Oh, he's pale. Not as thick as the other dude. Still pretty fish. That's 2. 58 degrees. Drizzle and wind here in Florida. That's a better fish. Oh my gosh, that's a good one. It's a 3-pounder right here. Come on. Stay on, baby. Stay on. She's thick. Oh. Wow. Oh my gosh. We got to get a weight on this one. We've got to get a weight on this one. Look how fat that fish is. They're just gorging in this pond. All right, she's at just under 3.5 pounds. All right. In my pocket. Look at this beautiful fish. My gosh. Big head, big belly. This fish would probably be, I don't know, 2 pounds? If it weren't for that big old belly. All right, let's get her back in the water. Get a good release on her. There you go. Oh my gosh, the water actually isn't that cold. It feels kind of warm. Beautiful fish. I'd never think that on New Year's Day, I'd be fishing here in Florida in less than ideal conditions and killing fish on the Senko. I'll throw a few more times here with that Senko, and then we're going to continue to move down because I want to cover more ground. But I'm impressed that I think they're kind of stacked up in this area a little bit. It's 3 fish I've caught within probably 20 feet of each other. So let's get back to it. Here's where I missed that. Probably 6 or 7 pound fish a couple months ago. Never I'm going to let myself live that down. Just one dumb mistake after another. Fishing this super lightweight Keitech swim bait now. We mimic the little bait fish that I'm sure that these bass are feeding on. I didn't even think to check their mouths to see if they were feeding on on the bottom or not. That's so dumb. I was so excited because I was catching fish. I just skipped a whole section of stuff I would normally fish, simply because it's so cold and it's starting to rain more. I want to get down into this. Looks like they cleared out a lot of the shoreline here. I want to get down here to the shoot, my mouth's getting numb. I'm gonna get down here to the spot where I've caught fish before, and the nice thing is, the wind is blowing in this direction. So if the bait fish are following food, they should be down here too. The area up there where we were fishing earlier was in a kind of a calm section, and I think a lot of this fish kind of just piled up on what I believe was a brush pile, and that's where I caught this 3-off. I'm definitely going back. It's a lot warmer there just because the wind isn't hitting you. I want to fish this section down here first because I've caught fish here before. All right, let's see if I can hit that pipe from here. Got the wind kind of blowing against me, so. Oh, that's close enough. The wind is making it almost impossible to fish this corner properly, or even in the way that I want to, so I'm going to move back. I think this fish might have been piled up there, one, because there was some structure, and two, it's out of the wind. We've got a set of trees that break the wind before it hits the water there. This is all choppy, and it's the temperature here, I think, is a lot colder than the temperature over there, just simply because of the wind. So we're going to make our way back. I don't want to hang out here. My hands are starting to go numb just standing here. And it's wet and miserable. So we're going to work our way back. I guess we could call it a day and say it's been successful. A lot shorter of a day than I thought it was going to be. You can see it's not... It's started to die down a little bit, but that rain and that wind is... Oh, it sucks. I'm going to get back up in that corner and throw a couple more times and then get out of here because my hands are starting to go numb now. Like I said, I think there's some structure up there, and the windbreak from those trees is nice for those fish. Down there, it's so much more windy than it is up here. And wind can actually drop the temperature by a few degrees, and if it goes down by a few degrees and choppy and miserable, that might be just enough to turn those fish off on that side of the pond. Oh, it came off. Shoot. My hands are so cold right now. I should be wearing gloves. Oh, you see that surface right there? I'm sure that was a gar. There we go. Oh, that's another good fish. About the same size as the last one I caught. Well, he inhaled it though. Hang on, bud. We'll get you unhooked. Oh, it's another chunky fish. Small mouths on these fish. Look at that beauty. It's let me see if I can picture this one. Alright. Yeah, see his palate here is red. They're feeding off the bottom. Big fish. Well, not huge, but he's fat. He's nice and healthy. Let's get him back in there. There he goes. All right off this little section right here. Alright, well, I think that's about going to do it for me. I'm going to Probably pack up after this cast. Go hang out with my son. Didn't want to go fishing, but he wanted to go to a music store and look at some instruments and probably play around, see a friend that works there. So I hope everybody had a fantastic New Year's. I hope everybody's safe. I hope this year works out for everybody. And for those fishermen out there, I hope you catch the biggest personal best bass or whatever fish you pursue of your life this year. Hopefully your first trip out will not be as cold or as crummy as mine was, but we did catch 3 fish, so I did essentially break the challenge that I wanted to do for myself. Let's catch them on this crummy day, on the first day of the new year. So, if I catch any more fish, they'll be in the video. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good one.